Hi everyone, Andres Tovar here, and I'm really excited about what I've got to share with you today. Being a product creator has given me some advantages in the fact that I get to kind of try out tools even before they come to the market, or sometimes even have input into how they work and make sure that they work properly with SERPShaker type sites. And this is the case with this particular tool. Now, I know he has some beta users. You guys might have heard about it before. But this is definitely the first time that it really is getting released out to the major public, all the SERPShaker users. And ever since we launched SERPShaker, we've gotten questions about what overlay solution to use. And we've been hesitant to recommend any of them because they've all had their little quirks here and there. Main one being speed. The visitor would hit the post and it would take quite a while before the overlay ever started loading, and that just kind of takes away from the user experience. Most of the time they just end up going to hitting the back button, going back to another website, and you end up missing out on that commission if you're using it for CPA, or if you're using it for your clients, they end up missing out on that phone call, that particular lead. This one has really taken care of that, and Leads Phantom, which is the program that I'm going to show you in a little bit, has really made they Jason, the developer, he's actually a SERPShaker user, and he really makes sure that he took that into account, because that's the main thing. If it's too slow, you're not going to get that conversion. So he really took care of that. Does things a little bit differently. So why don't we jump into the screen? Let me show you right into in the dashboard how it all works, why it works a little bit differently, and why I'm really enjoying using it in all of our SERPShaker sites that we're taking advantage of the overlay feature. We do a little bit of CPA type stuff, and it working really well for that. So let's jump in. Let me show you that. Okay, so here we are inside the dashboard, one of my test sites that I have whenever I'm testing out new plugins, new themes. And what the overlay solution that I have for you, it's called Leads Phantom. And it's actually a theme, and that's what I'm really liking about it, the fact that it's a theme and not a plugin. The main reason for that is because themes nowadays come very bloated. They have a lot of JS files, CSS files, a lot of graphics, just a lot of things, especially the ones that are really customizable. They bring a lot of things that you may not need on your particular site. Now, when you have a very bloated theme like that, and you try to do an overlay, it's going to try to load up your site first before it even loads up the overlay. So that's why they might react a little bit slower than most. By using the theme, it gets rid of all that bloat, and basically the second that you load up your post, it loads up with the overlay right in it. And now he does have a plugin version, but I will highly recommend that you use the theme version if you're planning on doing overlays. Now, overlays are great if you're renting out certain categories to a business. So if you have the state of Florida and you're renting it out to a business in Florida, that's what overlays will be good for. Also, if you're doing any kind of CPA marketing offers, you can just send them straight to the offer instead of waiting for them to click on a banner link. So let me just jump right into it actually, and we can jump over to Appearance Themes. We'll see that Lead Phantom is installed. Now I haven't activated. We can look at just one of my posts here, one of my sample posts. Take a look at the post and we'll see that it's just the basic 2015 theme, nothing major on it. It's got the local information, the weather, random post, map, that kind of stuff. Now if we jump over back into the dashboard, and we go to Appearance Phantom Settings, this is where we can go ahead and set the overlay. Now it's got two current options where you can do a site-wide type overlay, and also break it down into the separate categories. Your categories that your site will have will show right in here. So let's look over at just the regular site-wide. Let's say we want to go and overlay. I'm going to do this local St. Augustine site here. I'm going to tell it to enable it, save those changes. So now when I reload my page, it's going to start loading up the actual St. Augustine website that I put on there right away. And notice that it did it right away because it didn't need to wait for all those extra files that most themes come with to load up. Now this is in the category Alaska. What if I wanted to specifically rent this category out to a certain business, or I wanted to promote a certain offer that only applied to certain states? Then this is where we would do this. And let's see if we can just do Yahoo for this one. We reload the page. And usually, yeah, I was thinking that Yahoo was not going to work, but let's see. A lot of sites like Yahoo, Google, all those will not allow them to show up on overlays. But there we go. Because this is in category Alaska, then it's going to show the specific overlay that I set up here, and you can control that. So you can have one for the main site and then break it down into categories. One option that he's working on in the future is to actually break it down even to post specific ones. But for the most part, when I'm building these sites, I'm doing just a general overlay over the whole site. You basically start thinking of these sites as traffic funnels, and wherever you want to funnel that traffic into, whether it's a particular offer or a website that you control, a website for your clients, something to drive more traffic, then you do a general overlay over the whole site. Now, when Jason first approached me with this and asked me for some advice pricing wise, I told him that honestly this could easily sell for $97. But then as we got started talking and I told him that I was going to promote it to SERPShaker users, I made him give us a better deal. So he's taking $30 off the sales price just for SERPShaker users, and he also threw in a bonus plugin that he's had for a while. The plugin's called WP Stealth. So let me show you real quick what that bonus is, because I think it's a very neat plugin, and it's awesome to have on our sites that we're not using overlays on. So let me turn this off, save those changes to make sure that Phantom is off. So if we reload or post again, we can see it's just a regular post. Now, I recommend to add this local information to every single one of your posts just to give it more local relevance. And it's great, but it doesn't always look very nice. It just looks like a bunch of added on stuff just, for the sake of the search engines. What WP Stealth allows you to do is to hide that, and it's a plugin. And when you're in the post editor, once you've added the plugin, you now get these little play and stop buttons, which are pretty neat. And basically we just add the play right where we want to start the hidden area, because it just hides it all, and then stop wherever we want to stop it. So everything in between here is gonna be hidden from your regular browsers. The search engines will still see it, bots will still see it because it's still there. But so let me update this. Let me go over to settings. I'm gonna go to settings and stealth mode, make sure I've got that turned on. And then if we reload that post, we'll see that it's no longer there. Notice that that content is now hidden. Now, I believe if I just hover enough, I can find the little click. Notice that. So it's just a little CSS trick that he's using with the normal carousel that I have showed you guys before, where you can do the little drop down type menu, but it's completely hidden from view from the typical browser, the typical person. So it's just a very neat plugin, and it's included completely free just for customers that buy through the SERPShaker link. Now he's only leaving this up, this special offer, the $30 off and the free WP Stealth Mode plugin for 3 days. So at 3 days time, it's going to go to normal price and you'll no longer get Stealth Mode. So definitely jump on that if you're interested. I think the Stealth Mode alone is a great plugin on its own. So even if you're not going to use too much overlays, you're getting that great value with Stealth Mode. So definitely jump on that. And I look forward to hearing how you guys are taking advantage of this, and how it increases your conversions and the different CPA offers and the pages that you're renting out to local businesses and such.